Creating a financial dream is something that most people want. As we come to the end of this year and we start to set up goals for next year, two of the goals that most people set every single year are to get in better shape, lose weight, and improve on their finances. Finances is always a huge part of New Year's resolutions. So I remember a couple of years ago, I was setting my goals in the month of November and December, and a couple of the goals really made sense. And one of the goals didn't. At the time, I was working for a company, and I remember it just wasn't clicking. And any of you that have set goals and known how to achieve those, if it doesn't sink in, it's really not going to happen. And with this company, there were so many years that we set these ridiculously high goals, and they were completely unachievable. And we tried to get them, and none of us ever bought into the goals. We just set a number. And so with finances, that can be difficult because we all want to set these goals that we're going to eliminate all of our debt. We're going to invest in our 401k, our future. We're going to buy a house. We're going to be able to improve our finances in some way. We all set those goals, and a lot of times we don't have the support and things needed to be able to achieve those. So debt, lack of savings, and poor investment choices are just a few of the common financial challenges that most people face. So these challenges can be extremely overwhelming, especially over the last couple of years, where we've seen huge increases in inflation, groceries. Across the board, life has gotten more expensive. And so for many of us, that has caused people to go into more debt or do things more drastic to try to get on top of that. There's a lot of people that are declaring bankruptcy. Their credit score is faltering, so they're not able to get the financing that they need. So, but when we're living paycheck to paycheck, it feels like we're never going to get ahead. But the good news is there's a lot of steps that we can take to be able to tackle this debt and tackle our finances and get into a much better position. So I told you a couple of years ago when I was setting my goals, I was looking to get to that next level. But I can tell you, it was 8 years ago, my wife and I were in that rat race. We were trying to get our finances better. And we were just going in circles. We were living paycheck to paycheck. We had a good paycheck, and we had just built a house and got into the house. My paycheck had dropped drastically at work because a portion of it was based on commissions. And my commissions were international commissions, and at the time, oil prices had dropped significantly, and all the countries that bought from me were international companies. And so we saw a huge decrease in our paycheck. We got into this new house that we could afford when we started building it. Then when we got into it, things were really tight. So I took on an extra job, was making pennies, and we knew there was something we needed to do. So at that time, we brought on a financial coach, and it was one of the best decisions we made financially because we started learning more about our personal finances and how to utilize our money, utilize banks, credit cards, lines of credit, utilize these tools to be able to help us get into a better position. And so over the next couple of years, that increased our investments, that increased a lot of things. And little did I know that those years were going to prep us for creating Highline Financial Coaching. Those were the years that really got us to grow and learn and work with incredible people and then create our own company, which has been an incredible journey over the last 20 months or so. So that was my story. It took me being able to suck up my pride a little and decide to do more with my finances. So we had done a lot of things right, and we had done a lot of things wrong. And having that extra coaching company help us was incredible. So a lot of times there's poor investment choices that you have. A lot of times people don't know what they want to do. They'll go to a planner or somebody at work that advises them on their finances, and they don't even know what their goals are. So first, you want to set your goals. What are those? Do you want to retire at an earlier age? Do you want to retire, period? Do you want to get into a dream house? Do you want to get into your first house? Those goals are the things that are really going to drive you. Those wants that you are looking into are going to help you get to that point. Another key strategy is to, when you're clear about those financial goals that you want to achieve, you want to break down smaller steps that you can take throughout the year. The good thing about a year goal is you don't have to do it all the first week of January. They say the busiest month at the gym is the month of January. February 1st rolls around, it's one of the least busiest days of the year because everybody decided to quit. You don't have to get the perfect finances in the first month of the year. And actually, a lot of the financial goals that you'll put into place are going to start with that first year, getting your finances in order. And then from there, you're going to be able to start investing and doing things that are going to benefit you for years to come. And there's people that we've worked with that as we get them into a better financial position, they start saving hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest. And that's where you can really make a huge dent is if you own a house, a typical house mortgage is 30 years. Now, if you just add one payment extra a year, you can drop that down by 4 to 5 years. Now, just imagine if you could add 10 extra payments a year or huge amounts to that. You can pay things down much quicker, which saves you hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in interest. So remember that creating a financial dream is within everybody's reach. We've seen everyone from college students all the way up to CEOs, board of directors, multimillionaires in those areas. So no matter where you're at with your finances, you can always get to a better position faster by bringing on the right people. So my name is Matt with Highline Financial Coaching. I am the owner and coach. And we would love to hear from you. If this is something that benefits you or could benefit some friends or family, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel so that we can get out to more people and help them during these crazy financial times. So I hope you guys all have a great new year.